begin by saying, one of the things that I'm really excited about the work that I'm about to embark on, is really working to bring back the fundamentals. My boss used to say, crime fight is like blocking and tackling, right? And it's about fighting crime. It's about keeping the city safe. Say that, right? It's okay to say that. Right? Keeping the city safe. Now, I'm a proud Philly cop. I'm proud to be a cop. But we're not your enemy. We're here to serve. We have our issues, and we can address them. For the men and women I see back there, and many of them in the room I know personally, we're here to serve. And I ask you to give us the opportunity to do that, the opportunity to serve you in this space, right? Give us the opportunity to be what you want us to be. Raise your voices when it needs to be raised. But let us be a part of the community. Let us work with you in that work. I tell people, say, how do you get here? For many of you, I spent the last 4 years in the school district. I often tell people, I've been in policing for a long time now. Not as long as this guy back here. But a long time. And very often do you get to step away and then step back in. That stepping away took me down a road of an experience that informs me more today than ever. I walk into a school district, and I used to tell people, I told the mayor, we used to talk about fear of crime. And what is the fear? We talk about it in our world, the fear of crime. But then I lived in it. I lived in where kids had been shot in front of my schools. I never thought I would take a job where a kid would get killed at the doorstep of a school. And understanding the impact that gun violence has on our communities, on our children, on our families, and our teachers, and all the community. That represents all of it. So part of what I come back into the space is somebody who has this very much awareness of the impact our service has and the work that men and women can do then, but also having this very understanding of this is an expansive process, a balanced approach. I can sit here and tell you, I know lock up a 10-year-old child for coming to school with a pair of scissors. But I also can tell you I'm going to lock up somebody who comes in the store and robs somebody with a gun. And I'm going to talk about locking up somebody who sits there and kills people on our streets. We are going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about my mother-in-law who's scared to come out of her door. My mother-in-law's been in her home for 50 years, but scared to come out of her door. Why can she not sit on her step? And so we have a job to do as part of policing. Our job is to enforce the law. The mayor talks about POP, prevention, intervention, and enforcement. It all works together. I'm a clear example working in an organization. We did all of it. Not just do this, do a little bit of that. Working collectively together to make this work. And so part of I also was excited about the work that the mayor set up on this course is having this very much an intergovernmental approach. Now, I look up here, I got so many friends up in this room. Because I thought I knew intergovernmental work until I met the work yesterday. I'm like, oh no, I just nipped on the edges. I wasn't biting and eating at all. But I have so many friends up here because I've always believed in the approach. Peace Out Guns and my friend here before he rose to this place, and I see Jordan here and others as well, is that we need to work together. I'm a data-driven individual, and the boss knows that. Data tells us the when, the where, the why, and the how of where we should put our men and women. Right? So if I sit there and tell you that most of our juveniles are shot in 5 zip codes, then we should use that data to direct our efforts into that space. Or if I tell you that my kids live in 18 zip codes and most of my kids are shot 2.5 hours after school, within 2 hours of school, 2 miles of school, then we should focus our efforts in those places. And so I look forward to working with everyone in that work. And a prime example of our work and necessary to deal with crisis is really when we look at the Kensington corridor. From the time I walked in the door with the mayor, she set my charge, right? Hey, what are you going to do about Kensington? I knew going into the space. But also before the mayor even brought me into that, I knew the issues. Now, I'll tell you, I'm in a school district, and I have a school, Conwell Middle School, that sits in Clearfield and Kensington, and Principal Green, and across the street from us, Principal Garcia, Willard. And I can't tell you how difficult it is to see that strong principal who runs a school where they used to have 800 kids in it, have 125 in there. how unacceptable it is that I have a school now where I have bulletproof blankets on the windows because someone shot through the glass. I understand the issues of addiction. I understand the need to have this holistic approach, but I will not accept the fact that we allow our kids to be so traumatized, we allow our community to be so devalued, we allow ourselves to get to a place where we don't care about the community. The community has told us what they want. I've sat in those meetings and I've listened to what they have said. I've listened to the conversations with the council members here who have talked about the work and what they have done. And our responsibility and our duty is listen to them. Our charge and our responsibility comes from the community. Our power comes from the community. And when they ask us and they're telling us stuff, it is our duty to respond. And so I look forward to the building of the task force, and I know Commissioner Stanford is starting to put some things together and build upon what the police department has already started to engage, to have a very comprehensive, intergovernmental, working with the community, working with the council people, working with our government entities, working with our state people, working with our federal individuals to make a difference for that community as we move forward. I'll end with this, let it be clear that the challenges our city faces are significant, but they are solid. Say that again. Let me be clear. The challenges that our city faces are significant, but they are solid. Experience has taught me that the right strategy, the right tactics, and the solid solutions will deliver a safe city, a made-up police department, the best police department in the nation. That is our goal, to be the safest city in the United States of America and be the best police department in the United States of America. And we do that with all of you and you representing the community, all of it working together for that charge. I thank you. I thank you again, Mayor, for this immense opportunity, and I will not fail you. That is my job.